Shalom, and welcome back to B'nai Noach Academy, Thoughts on the Torah. Please remember to hit the like button and to subscribe, and most importantly, to share this wisdom and inspiration with friends and family. When you look in the book of Exodus, chapter 25, it says, God says to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, and they shall take for me truma." Truma means an offering, a gift, an uplifting, that they should take from theirs and give to me. From every person whose heart is benevolent, whose heart desires to do so, you shall take my gift. In other words, God is asking us to give to him. God needs us to give to him? Really? God owns the entire world. In fact, whatever we have is really his. He's the one who gave it to us. If not for him, how would we have it? So the question is, what exactly is God saying here? What does God really want? And what was the purpose of this gift? This purpose of this gift was to build an holy edifice for the presence of God to dwell here on earth. You know what God is saying to us? Of course, everything you have comes from me. But once I've given to you, and in the human mind, so to speak, in the human experience, it feels like at least that it is yours, it belongs to you. I ask you, I don't want to take everything of yours. Don't have to give me the entirety of your possessions, of your time, of your effort, of your energy. Just give me a little bit. But what you give to me with your whole heart. And that little bit, or what seems to be little, that you give to me, but you give it to me with your entire heart, meaning with all your passion, with all your desire, with all your devotion, that will become a massive edifice. Massive, even if it's not big in the material sense, but in the spiritual sense, it becomes so massive, so big, that it's able to contain, so to speak, the presence of God, because God desires so. And this is a very important lesson. I think too many of us, perhaps sometimes, wrongfully feel like, what do we have to contribute? We're just little people. We're just so insignificant. We don't have any unique talents. We don't have any special connections. We don't have any great wealth, perhaps, or great wealth and knowledge. So what is it that we could contribute? What is it that we can give to make this world a better place, to make this world a place in which God, quote unquote, could dwell in comfortably? Well, the answer is right here. The answer is give from what you have, give even a little bit, but give it with a lot of passion, with a lot of determination, with a lot of desire, with a lot of love for God and for the purpose of life. And when you do so, it becomes very, very, very significant. In fact, this is what God desires. He doesn't need, so to speak, the check from the multi-millionaire or from the billionaire that writes out a few $1 million check. He really cherishes that $1 or $2 or $3, so to speak, donation from the simple person, from a person who takes it out of their budget. Yes, and they feel it. They feel that they're giving something because it's significant to them. That is more precious in the eyes of God than that big giant check that one writes that has absolutely no impact, no bearing on their overall, budget, on their overall finances. That's just one example. You give from your time. You have a very, very busy day. You're overworked, but you give a few moments of thought for God or to help another human being. That is very, very, very significant. That is more significant than the person whose entire life is dedicated perhaps to public work, and that's what they get paid to do. You don't get paid to do it, but you're now sacrificing, you're now giving, quote, a donation, a lifting up from your time that you don't have in order to do for God, in order to do for another. These two are just two examples of how one can give, quote, their offering, their teruma, their lifting up, their gift to God, and how it can become so significant.